Hi, I've just got back from a walk and I'm inspired to come on and chat. My podcast has taken a pause at the moment because I'm away, but I can still record videos, so I thought I would come on and, in exactly the same way that I share with my podcast, as I think of something, I'm going to come on and talk to you. So, this is for you if you struggle with breakfast. I was someone for a long time that never ate breakfast. I don't like it, makes me feel a bit nauseous, never really felt that hungry. Then I changed and started eating breakfast because I was told breakfast was good for me, I should eat it, and I still didn't like it, but I kind of got used to eating it, I suppose. I trained myself into eating it. And it never really worked. And then I did fasting for a while, where of course you don't really have breakfast, but you do break your fast. And slowly I began to understand a little bit more about how my body worked, a little bit more about what I actually needed and what worked for me. So this is what I want to say to you. You can't do what everybody else is doing. You have to do what's right for you. And the only way that you can find what's right for you is by trying things. So try and eat breakfast. Try not to eat breakfast at different times. But I think for me, it also is really important to understand the why behind it. Like, that's how my brain works. If I can understand the why and it makes sense, then it just seems to be much more logical and I don't seem to find this resistance. So I listened to a podcast recently and they put breakfast in a whole different way of me understanding it. And just all of a sudden I was like, this makes sense. So for years, I've been saying to people, when you wake up, hydrate. Like, the first thing you do before you do anything else, drink some water. Why? Because when we wake up, our body is dehydrated because we've just been asleep for all that time. Well, hopefully all that time. And so we naturally, our bodies need water. And we carry on water throughout the day, don't we? And exactly the same way with food. So over the night, like, our bodies are super clever, aren't they? So overnight while we're asleep, all sorts of processes are going on and our body is burning calories and it's using amino acids and, that build up the protein, and all the hormones do things. Like, there's literally so much going on. Your body is so busy. So in the same way as when you wake up in the morning, your body is dehydrated, your body also needs some food because it needs all that nutrition for all of those functions that it's going to do all day and all night. So if we're not feeding ourselves correctly, it's going to struggle. This just makes so much sense to me. And then I was listening a little bit further and it was talking about protein and how actually if we ate our dinner for our breakfast, our bodies would appreciate it. And I'm someone that eats vegetables for breakfast quite often. And I do have, as a plant-based person, I'm very aware of protein because people are always saying, where'd you get your protein from? And you do have to be a little bit more aware and plan it, but it's not impossible. There's plenty of protein sources. But if you start your day with a really good protein-rich breakfast, it helps you all day long. It helps your body work properly. It means that you are not feeling hungry by mid-morning. It also prevents or helps snacking in the evening, which is amazing because I know many of us really struggle with this evening grazing. But actually, if you start off with a really strong protein in the morning, more at lunchtime, more for your evening meal, the chances are you're not going to want to snack because you're not going to be hungry. You won't have had that sugar spikes, you won't have had that afternoon dip. It helps with so many things. And this made so much sense to me. So I wanted to come on and share. I know it's only really small, but it doesn't matter, it's important. If you're someone that struggles with breakfast, have another look at your breakfast. Why do you eat the breakfast that you eat? Are you eating breakfast because you like it, or are you eating breakfast because you think you should? That's probably my first question. And then, when do you eat your breakfast? Like, are you someone that gets out of bed and eats breakfast straight away? Or are you like me? Maybe you do a few things and have breakfast later in the morning. I actually like to work out and then eat breakfast. If I eat breakfast first, it makes me feel a bit nauseous. are you having the breakfast that you like, or are you eating breakfast because you're watching somebody else eat breakfast? There's loads of people on Instagram, and I have done it as well, that show you our bowls of porridge in the morning. It's really easy to make it look pretty, and it looks nice, and it's Instagrammable and all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with a bowl of porridge. There's a lot of goodness, and there's lots of different nourishments that, you know what I mean, in it. And I'm not a nutritionalist, but this is my experience. This is what I've learned. This is what I've experimented with, what I've found out. And I encourage you to go find out for yourself. But for me personally, if I eat a bowl of porridge, an hour later I'm hungry. It doesn't ever fill me up. And it's probably because the protein content is low. And I can put protein powder in it, and it does help a bit. But if I'm honest, it really doesn't fill me up. And I'm not a massive fan of protein powders. I do have them, but I'm not a huge fan of them. So yeah, why are you having breakfast? When do you have your breakfast? What are you eating for breakfast? And why are you eating that? And do you actually like it? Are you bored stiff of it? Does it excite you? Like, these are all questions that you can ask yourself to help you make that decision. And then keep a food diary. Mix it up a bit, work out, you know, oh yeah, I ate this on Monday and it was brilliant. Tuesday I had this and I felt hungry. Wednesday I was hungry all day. Thursday I was full. Whatever it might be, you know. Have a look and really experiment, really dive in. And even with your porridge, like, have your porridge just porridge, then have it with some protein powder, have it with fruit or vegetables. Lots of people put proteins and carrots in it. I don't actually like that myself, but I love it. Grated apple. Cinnamon on top of it is lovely. Nuts, berries. There's so many different ways that you can put it together. You could have a smoothie and put some oats in a smoothie. I've done that. That's nice. But what I want you to do is to use this as a chance to really understand what you're eating and why you're eating and how that food affects you. Because how it affects you will be completely different to how it affects me, how it affects your mum or your sister or your best friend. And your body, your life, your experience is so different to everybody else's experience and body and life, that you cannot do the same. And this is where we get hooked up with diets, because they tend to be like, eat this, and this, and some people will thrive and other people won't. And it's because it's not a one fits all ever with any of these things. So you might be listening to this and thinking, I don't ever eat breakfast, Kim, and I don't like breakfast. That's fine. I'm not telling you to eat breakfast, but I'd like to challenge you to, why do you not eat breakfast? And what would happen if you did? And are you a snacker? Do you think that would make a difference to your snacking? There's lots of questions, and we can build this picture, and it will change. So if you're in your 30s and you're listening to this, it's going to change when you're 40, it's going to change when you're 50, it's going to change when you're 60, 70, 80, 100. It's going to keep on changing, and that's good. And that's why you need to understand all of these things, that you can change with it, because absolutely your breakfast that you'll eat in your 20s will not be the breakfast that you're eating in your 60s, because life in your 60s will be so different. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this podcast. No, it's not a podcast. It's a YouTube video. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this video. I hope it's been helpful. Share it, like it. Give me a comment, let's chat, you know the thing. Subscribe so you can hear some more. And I will be back soon chatting more about your wellness.